All right, so let's work to take the oil out. All right, we'll take the oil filter out first and then take the oil nut. There's the oil filter. So oil filter is on this side towards the right side of the motorcycle. If you're facing uh, if you're sitting on top of them or standing near the motorcycle, on the right hand side is the oil filter, and the left hand side is the nut to the oil pan to drain the oil. Okay, so let's go for it. Put my phone here so I can use both hands. Alright, I need to put this camera steady. There we go. Alright, let's go for it. Look at the oil. That's the oil that came out. It looks pretty old. That's the oil nut. You see how it looks? That's the oil nut for the drain pan. And that's the new filter I got for this motorcycle. KN147. KN147. And that's the one I'm going to put for my motorcycle. It's a very small. It's a small. You see how small it is? It's a small small filter, oil filter. And this is the oil I'm going to pour into it. It takes 3.9 gallons, so this 1 gallon should be just enough for there'll be a little bit extra left. That should be that's enough. I got this is the best quality oil. AmsOil is a synthetic. I like synthetic, so it's really the top quality oil I got from online. You have to buy online. I don't think you can get AmsOil on the regular store. You can't buy AmsOil, so you have to get it online. They're not sponsoring me or anything, but it's just that's the best oil you can buy. So All right, so that's the old one, old filter, Yamaha filter. That's the new filter I'm going to put in. You see the old filter here, Yamaha filter, and the new one, K&N. That's what I'm going to install. You take a little bit of the old oil and just touch it around the threads, so it goes in easy, and that will help it to settle into the threads easier. I can show you as of now. You can see, well, I spilled a little bit of oil, which is fine. I can clean it up, no problem. You can see that's where the filter will go, just like that. All right, so that's pretty much there. And now I'm going to take my wrench and tighten it up just a little bit. You see? Like that. Just like that. Just like that, you have to tighten it up. Once you tighten that up, you're going to put the you see how the lift, you see how the lift is holding it in place. That's how you do it. The lift is holding just enough height, about 10 inches or so height, so that we can get to those parts much easier than 5 inches of the ground. It's not ideal height, so this is perfect, right? Okay, and then now you have to put the nut pack on for the oil pan, and then should be done. We top it up. We top up the oil here. That's the place where we fill up the oil. That's where we fill up the oil. We make sure we take a funnel. Make sure you have extra oil on hand. Okay, so once you put almost like close to, that's 1 gallon, it takes 3.9 ounce, so that's close to a gallon. So once you use that, you have to have extra oil in hand. It'll almost use it, but little bit left over, but you need extra like 1 quart or so to top it up in future. So when it goes down, because AmsOil you can't buy in shops that easily, so you have to order online. So that's why I got extra, so you can top it up. So all you do is fill up the oil. Once you put the plug, the nut, the oil pan nut, and you put the filter, you put the oil. That's it. To see how much oil is the right amount, it also has a side glass. You can see the side glass right there. Do you see that? There's the side glass, which shows empty as of now, but that's where it goes. That side glass is there to show the oil level right there. So that side glass is hard to see, but you could little flashlight and you can see the oil level there, right? So use that, and you also use the measure, right? So as per your model of the motorcycle, you can see how much oil it takes, and you measure it and pour it in so you don't overfill it. That should be it. That should be it. How you do, and that's how you do it. Oil change. Now after the oil change is over, I also plan to do the radiator coolant change, because this is a liquid cooled, that means it has coolant. So for coolant, I'll take another video. This is the radiator. You have to remove the shroud, radiator shroud. Once you remove the shroud here, you will see there should be a drain plug from where you can drain, and you put new coolant. Okay, with that I'll take another video. You have to get the motorcycle coolant, and that's all it is. And this jack, it is brand new, right? But it has had a problem. It came in the box, and it came in like three parts, and I assembled it. And well, when you push it down, it was going up and then coming down. It was not holding the pressure. What I found was it had some air in it. If it has air, it will not hold the pressure. The hydraulic system cannot hold it. It'll drop. So what I did is very easy. See that release pedal? You just keep pushing it, like keep pumping it a few times. Even after it goes down, completely deflates. Even after it deflates, keep on pushing down. When you keep pushing down, it will bleed the air out. If whatever air is left, it will bleed it out. Also, you can there's a little plug here. You can double check how much hydraulic fluid it has, and you can fill up the hydraulic fluid, top it up if you want. I had to top it up, although it was brand new, it was a little bit less, so I topped it up with this. So that hydraulic fluid, I got it from Walmart, like $5-6. And you top it up, and that hydraulic fluid should help also. So one thing is air. You get the air out by pumping this, keep pumping this, and when it deflates completely, and you keep pumping it, and that will bleed the air out. Same thing going up. Once it goes up all the way, keep pumping a few more times, 10-15 times, and then it will bleed the air out. And then you'll see it will hold the pressure. The hydraulic system of the jack, this is a bottle jack. You see, it's the bottle jack. So the bottle jack will hold the hydraulic pressure, because there is no air or not much air. It will hold the pressure. Okay, so that's what I had to do. I know some people were online, when I see they were not happy because they couldn't figure the trick out. That is the trick. You bleed the air out. The bleeding process is keep on pumping when it's deflated, and then when it's inflated all the way or extended all the way, you keep on pumping a few more times, 10-15 times, until the air bleeds out. And you can see online there are videos showing how to bleed the air out of such system which has a hydraulic bottle jack, or whatever it is, anything hydraulic like that. You need to bleed the air out. Only then it will hold the pressure, otherwise it will go up, and then when you put some weight it will go down. And that is how you fix it. Okay, you have to bleed the air, remember. Okay, that's about it. I will do all this and take it for a spin, and it should be good. And then I will go for the radiator. And how you flush the radiator is you take a half a gallon of vinegar and half a gallon of water, and you fill up the radiator a few times, let the engine run, flush it out, and then flush out with distilled water. I have like RO water, which I use for drinking. So those are filtered water. You can use distilled water, and that way it'll flush it out. Once you flush it out, you get any motorcycle coolant, mix it up, make sure it's diluted 50-50. If it's not diluted, you have to dilute it and put it in, and let it run. Make sure there is no air in the system, and then that should do the coolant. So like that. All right, whenever you change the oil, make sure you mark your mileage so you know when to change next time. Spark plug I already changed. So now this oil. Next one is the coolant for the air cooling system, and that should do it. And then the brake fluid, I'm going to change the brake fluid as well, because when I got this motorcycle recently, it had 50,000 so miles. So it's good to do all these things. You never know how much the last owner did. So I'm just doing it as a preventive. Okay, so I know when I get a fresh start. Okay, already. When you do all this yourself, you are learning a lot more. Okay, so if you pay money to the shop, they will do it. It's easy, but you don't learn anything, right? You don't want to be that. You don't want to be a dummy, not knowing how to do basic things. These are important things and basic things that builds the foundation for you to learn more deeper things, right? So once you start doing basic things, you will learn more detailed things, more deeper things, how machines work, and so on, and how to fix them. That's how I started, right? I always want to do myself, because that's how you learn. So the more you do yourself, the more you learn. The less you do yourself, the less you learn. So make sure you do it yourself and learn it. You see, today I spilled the oil, so I learned something, right? Even though it's very basic, fundamental thing, that taught me a lesson of next time, make sure to have a bigger pan, because this is almost a gallon, and I had a smaller pan, which did not catch all of it. So while swapping the pan, I spilled some, right? So we have to make sure we think next time, so that we don't make mistakes or the same mistakes. Okay, we don't want to make the same mistake again and again, right? We learn from our mistake. Okay, so make sure you do it yourself as much as possible. Although even if you don't know the basics, you start somewhere, right? Even if you make mistake, you start somewhere, and you learn from your mistake. You get better. Actually, when you do it yourself, you can do it in much better way than they do it in shops. The reason being, I'm getting the highest. For example, I'm getting the highest quality of oil. I'm pretty sure in the motorcycle shops they don't use this kind of oil. I'm using highest quality of spark plug, like iridium spark plugs. Highest quality of air filter, like reusable air filter. Okay, and can air filters. I'm using like good quality oil filters. So everything I'm using is very high quality, because I'm doing by myself. See, I'm using full synthetic, right? A lot of shops won't use that. So things like that you have to understand. When you do it yourself, you learn, you get better, and you always going to do better incrementally, right? So it's all learning. So please learn, try to learn yourself and do it, and then you get better. Already.